You mentioned retiring at 32 and lasting only 3 months on this beach, right? Before getting restless and realizing there's more to life than just sipping margaritas. Tell me about that moment you realized passive wealth, it's not good enough.
Well, it was the experience, man. It's one of those things to where most people are able to go through life blaming all of their lack on the lack of funds. However, once money no longer becomes something that you can blame a sense of unfulfillment on, then that's when you like, all right, well, dang, what is my real purpose? Are you telling me that as a human, the why are we here question? You're telling me my why am I here wasn't to make enough money to not have to work? There's more. So that's where that came from. And then, yes, the conversations. So what ends up happening to people who are, fortunate enough to win the game, right? And when I say win the game, meaning that, you got all your credits. I think about that movie with Justin Timberlake where he had the time thing on his arm and all he had, the time counted down and you had to go to work to get more time. And as long as you had time on your arm, you stayed alive. And then, of course, the wealthy people of that movie, they had endless amounts of time, right? Once you realize that your clock is filled up, you have that endless amount of time, what is it? So you're sitting along with people because most people only experience those type of resorts and beaches on a weekend, right? Maybe a Monday, but what happens on Tuesday and Wednesday? So now you're sitting on these beaches on Tuesdays and Wednesdays with other Tuesday and Wednesday people who seemingly did what it takes in order for them to enjoy that, and then y'all start talking, and then once you start talking, an idea comes. And being the people that y'all are, you want to bring that idea into this tangible world. So for me, not only was it that, I had the time to sit with myself and realize that money wasn't the reason why we're here. But yeah, the conversations that you have with other people in those same environments, it stimulates ideas. You're not talking to somebody that's only talking about what they don't have or what bad happened. We're just having curious conversations, idea forms, and because we're the people that we are, we want to bring it into this tangible world.